On 28 January 2021, we at Auction House Kuenker hold our auction 346. 678 rarities are on offer, most of them from the German states, but you can find world coins and medals too. This video will present some interesting objects and illustrate that you have to be proficient in a certain language to interpret all these coins and medals correctly, the language of images. Conveying messages by means of images is called iconography by art historians. The word is of Greek origin. It's a composition of the Greek word for image, icon, and for writing, graphane. The best way to understand what is meant by that is to watch a commercial. A man in a suit with a mobile phone, a briefcase and a fancy car? That's a manager, for sure. A woman wearing an apron, a housewife. Attributes characterize a person's function without the need for words. The iconography of coins works quite similar. Here you can see a man and a woman. The man has a crown and a scepter. Just like a mobile phone and a briefcase characterize someone as a manager, crown and scepter show that this person is an emperor. The woman is wearing a crown too. Certainly she's the empress. The round circle around the crown is called a nimbus. It's the attribute of a saint. Thus, the coin tells us without using words that we are looking at a saint, emperor and empress. There's even more information about the couple. They hold a church between them. This church is the attribute of the Emperor Saint Heinrich II and his wife Saint Kunigunde. The Diocese of Bamberg venerates the imperial couple as its founders. That's why they are often depicted on Bamberg coins. And even if the style changes, the attributes remain the same. Actually, it's quite easy. Just like learning vocabulary. You just have to know some attributes. A queen with a child, Mary, Mother of God. A deacon with a palm branch and 3 stones, Saint Stephen. A pilgrim with a scallop and pilgrim's hat, James the Great. A woman with a pine cone, the personification of Augsburg. A half-naked man with a water urn and reed crown, a river god. A half-naked man with branches around his belly and a club in his hand, a savage man. So those are the basics. Now it gets a little bit more difficult. After all, iconography does not only consist of individual words, they are sentences too. If you combine different symbols, they will form a message. So what does this image want to tell us? No idea? Well, then we'll do it like we used to do in school, when no one knew how to translate a certain sentence from Latin. We look at the individual components of the sentence. So what's the first thing that catches your eye? Right, the big eagle. We know it from numerous coins. Often it's depicted with 2 heads. In that case, the eagle represents the Holy Roman Empire. Prussia used the eagle as a symbol too, just like Russia did. The eagle is often used as a symbol for a powerful empire. The reason for this is a book called Physiologos, which has been widely spread since ancient times. The work attributes certain characteristics to different animals. It describes the eagle as the king of the skies. Moreover, the book said that the eagle was the only creature able to look into the sun with the naked eye. This made an eagle similar to a ruler who claimed to understand the will of God better than any ordinary citizen. Therefore, the eagle became a versatile symbol of ruler and dominion. Our eagle holds a scepter in one claw and a sword in the other. The scepter of wise leadership and the sword of justice are symbols that are often associated with a ruler. This double ducat, for example, was minted in 1658 on the occasion of the coronation of Emperor Leopold I. The radiant eye of God looks down in blessing on the emperor's insignia, scepter, sword and crown, by means of which God entrusts Emperor Leopold with the rule over the world. All well and good so far. The image is about dominion and how it is used. But what are the scales about? Just like the eagle, scales can also be used in different contexts. A woman holding scales and a sword at the same time has to be interpreted as Lady Justice, the personification of justice. An angel holding a pair of scales refers to the Last Judgment. Archangel Michael weighs the souls in order to distinguish the good from the evil. Scales are also used as an attribute of moneta, the personification of coinage. And this coin depicts a woman with a pair of scales and an olive branch. Clearly, the coin refers to Concordia, the personification of concord. Thus, scales can have a different meaning depending on the other elements they are combined with. If there's a sword, the message is about the justice of a judge. If there's an angel, it's about the justice of the Last Judgment. In the context of coinage, scales symbolize the correct weight of a specimen, and a just compromise is a prerequisite for any agreement. But no matter the context, scales always represent an act of balance that leads to justice. So let's get back to our image. We know that it's about a justice employed by a ruler. However, it's not about any kind of justice. After all, there is a small attribute on the scales too, a cross. The cross is an attribute of fides, the personification of faith. And now we have to read actual words after all. The Latin inscription of the issue reads Firmamenta Regnorum, which translates to the pillars of the reign. By means of these words, Ferdinand III formulated a program. We could also call it a motto. And the emperor commented on this motto by means of an image. The ruling prince must use power and act wisely to comply with the will of God by implementing divine justice. The fact that this isn't a random image but the motto of the rule of Emperor Ferdinand III is illustrated by this medal, which he had designed in 1637 on the occasion of his coronation. It shows the same motif as the small silver coins that were thrown among the people. That was part of every celebration. Largesses were given to all visitors. Important attendees received gold and heavy silver coins. The general public got small change, which was thrown among the people. You can see it on this contemporary depiction of Emperor Matthias in 1611. Early modern times, coins with unusual depictions were often part of something called in German Gesamtkunstwerk. The motifs on coins corresponded with images that were used to decorate ephemeral constructions. Countless works of the best architects and painters are lost today because they were part of decorations that were erected only for the occasion of a certain celebration. An example for this are the constructions designed by the philosopher Gottfried Wilhelm Leibniz, who is still known today on the occasion of the funeral of Duke John Frederick of Brunswick-Kahlenberg. He was probably the inventor of this enigmatic depiction, a skeleton tearing off the branches of a palm tree. The image on the coin picks up a motif that all guests had seen at the funeral. It was the central image that hung opposite the altar in the church, which was decorated for the funeral service. For this image, Leibniz had altered the motto of the deceased John Frederick. From hard toil comes glory. Several variations of the motto were shown. Thus, hard work does not only result in glory but also in peace, as indicated by the olive branches in the branches of the palm tree. The clever snake coiled around the tree tells us that a ruler needs both effort and caution to gain glory. However, even caution doesn't protect you from death, who uproots the tree of life. Death is present in the midst of life. Every year, death picks a branch from the tree of life until one's life ends once he picked the last one. Nobody can escape this fate. That's the message all guests at the funeral were to take home. That's why the losers, which were distributed as largesses, depict this scene. Even back then, a picture was worth 1,000 words, but only if you understood its language. We, at Auction House Kuenker, would be glad if we made you a little curious. We would be delighted if you took part in our auction 346 on 28 January 2021. Given the current situation, we recommend bidding by phone or via internet. If you have questions regarding these options, please do not hesitate to contact us.